Hi, it's George here at the World of Learning Summit, and I'm delighted to be joined by my good friend and guest, Felix Trussler. Felix.
Thanks for having me. There's been a real step change in learning this year. And I think we can credit OpenAI and the advent of ChatGPT for that. And it's created this proliferation of really, really useful AI solutions that ultimately make people more productive, AI for good, and and break down those linear journeys which, quite frankly, no one really likes to go. And create learning which truly is personalised and actually enjoyable, because you're not just being told the same old stuff that you already know.
So, in your opinion, we're moving from a space where there were sort of preconceived ideas of what the learning pathway should have been.
Top down, very much.
Top down, to much more of a world where what you need to learn can be put in front of you in the way that you want it.
Exactly, adapted to the learner. And I think that's really important, because if you look at the two key drivers of any organisation, time and talent.
Time and talent.
Time and talent is key. And if you reduce the time that someone takes to learn something that they need to know, that's cash in the bank, that's fantastic. And you don't want to turn your talent off, because your talent's your other major superpower. And so you need to make sure that you're enabling them to upskill, and the experience is great.
So, Felix, you raised a really interesting and important point there about the employee experience that we can create through the technology. So where do you see this going, and why is it important?
A good learner journey creates lower levels of attrition, better productivity, more happy employees, and fundamentally more profitable companies, because often learning by C-level executives is not seen as a profit center, as a profit enabler, I should say. But I feel that what we're seeing with the advent of these new technologies, these new personalized adaptive technologies which will enable more efficient, happy learners, I see we're now bringing that outside of just the simple learning sphere into that operational impact sphere, which impacts the bottom line, creates better organizations, and fundamentally drives these organizations forward.
A follow-up question, if I may. Are you seeing the role of the learning and development function evolve through the adoption of some of these technologies?
I think it's becoming more important.
Even more important?
I think way more important. Also, we're seeing a world where compliance is greater and greater and greater. New regulations, we're seeing the advent of now cryptocurrency regulations coming in in the UK. We're seeing a whole host of new stuff that never really existed before. And certainly if it did exist, it wasn't as stringent. And this presents a real onus on the organisation to do something about it. And you have to do something about it with the learner in mind, because let's be fair about it, compliance content doesn't turn most people on.
You've got to find a way to make it sticky.
Got to find a way to make it sticky, because otherwise that organisation gets sued.
We don't want that.
And we don't want that.
It's great to get your perspectives here at the World of Learning Summit. Thank you so much, Felix.
Thanks a lot, George.